What's up, people? Coming off the back of a disappointing Royal Rumble and watching all the ranting videos out there. I'm not going to particularly join in, but it was, as I was watching videos, it became apparent to me that, you know, I feel that it's almost like a dirty word to say that, to compare Daniel Bryan's popularity with Steve Austin's popularity. And, you know, it's almost a bad thing. Fuck it, I'm gonna say it. Daniel Bryan is like the modern day version of Steve Austin. And I'll tell you why. He's not anything like Steve Austin's character. Don't ever get me wrong. But Steve Austin wouldn't get a Steve Austin reaction today. That's just the fact, that's just the face of it. That's what we're left with. That's the era we're left with. For a start, not as many people watch wrestling these days. Um, but he invokes a reaction from every different type of people. The same way that Steve Austin invoked a reaction from every single different types of people. And I was never a massive Austin fan. I was always more of a rock guy, personally. I liked Austin. I liked what he fought for. Um, but for me, I was always more of a rock guy. But you have to admit, I think Daniel Bryan is that type of is a type of person that people can buy into, because I think the same way where Austin didn't look like the most jacked wrestler there was. He didn't. Well, admittedly, he wasn't as small as Daniel Bryan, but he wasn't your typical, you know, roided out, six packs, 6'5" type WWE package guy. He wasn't. He looked like an everyday guy who liked drinking beer, whooping ass, and fighting against his boss. You know, doing things to his boss that most people would want to do to their boss. And we bought into that idea. We supported that idea. We backed that idea because he was the underdog taking on the man, if you like. And that was what we bought into as wrestling fans. I would say that these days, I would say that Daniel Bryan is the same. It's 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 not your beer drinking, beer swiggling type of guy. He's not as big as Austin. I'm not even necessarily saying that, you know, he has as many fans as Austin had or has. But I think Daniel Bryan does invoke that reaction from different sorts of people. People buy into him as that underdog character, that character that you want to support, that character that you want going against the authority, that character that you want to see succeed. I don't know if it's a bad thing for for people to say that, oh, well, you know, they're trying to compare Daniel Bryan to Steve Austin. So the guy is the most over person in wrestling. I've been saying this for a year. You watch my videos. I've been saying this for a year. He is the most over consistent performer in wrestling. Period. Period. So why is it a bad thing to compare him to Steve Austin? Because if you're taking my statement of being the most over consistent performer in wrestling, you could argue that in Stone Cold's era, he was the most over performer and consistent wrestler there was in the Attitude Era. You could argue that because he was the most over person. He did have the most fans. So why is it a bad thing to compare Austin and Daniel Bryan? And that's why I think it drives people so mad yesterday. Well, not yesterday, now Sunday. It's a bit early for me. 6:30 in the morning now, having this little rant. But it was just as I was watching people's videos, I was watching people like, Sledge Daddy laughing at Daniel Bryan fans. and I was watching that, Wrestling Jesus. I was watching Delet's Man and British Fist videos, and I was watching all these like little rants and just little people that were just pissed by yesterday's result, Duske and people like that. And I just thought to myself, you know what? I can understand the anger, but what I don't understand is why it's a bad thing to compare Daniel Bryan and Stonecold Steve Austin. I still don't understand why it's a bad thing. Fuck it, I compare. I think he is the modern day version of Daniel Bryan. There, shoot me. You know? The guy is so over, it's unbelievable. He's so over, it's unbelievable. And for today's wrestling, in today's modern era, where everybody has a fucking negative opinion about some bullshit, you'll never get everybody supporting one idea, because there's always going to be that one troller, and there is that one troller with Daniel Bryan. There is always that minority of trollers with Daniel Bryan. Generally, on the most part, you have every single type of person that at least likes Daniel Bryan. And that's why it drives everyone mad. The arrogance of the WWE. They're the only sort of business in the world that can see what the customers want, say fuck you to the customer, and carry on about their business. That's what pisses everybody off. What are you talking about? I literally paid money for that product on Sunday. Because I thought to myself, oh, they'll give me Daniel Bryan. I truly believed it. They'll give me Daniel Bryan in the Royal Rumble. They'll give me that. They'll give me that. And they literally said, ha, fuck you, motherfucker. I got your money now, man. And that's what pisses everybody off. So I just wanted to have a little rant about but a different rant. It's a slightly different take on it, in the sense that I don't understand why it's a bad thing. He's popular. Go with it. And wrestling fans, don't troll people because they compare Daniel Bryan to Stone Cold Steve Austin. So, it's a good thing. He's about as popular as he's ever realistically going to be in such a critical society that we have at the moment. That everybody has an opinion, and it generally tends to be a negative opinion. I just wanted to get it out of my chest. The Royal Rumble review will be coming to you a little bit later on. Got a few work things to do, hence why I'm up earlier than usual. So I'm going to jump in the shower, get ready for the work conference that I have. As soon as I'm back for that work conference, you'll get your Raw review. I'm actually watching it now. So take care. Peace.